Yo, if you got any friends in your life that make fun of you in public, like you guys aren't even roasting at each other, because I used to have a friend named Typhy. This guy was one of my best friends, right? In high school, when we were younger, all that shit. And we used to roast each other. We used to go ham on each other. You looking at it, boy, you look like that person. You look like a rat backwards with some doo-doo on his head looking at it, boy. You look like, you know what I'm saying? We used to just stink meaner looking at it, boy. Like, we used to go at each other all the time. But this would be like when it's only him and I. We'd be in like study hall and everybody's quiet as hell. Everybody's doing their work. People are on their phones, on Instagram, whatever the hell they're doing. And we would just be looking at each other like, you donut head ass boy, you stink meaner looking at boy, you Fleece Johnson looking at boy. Like, we would just come at each other, right? But we'd be like sitting next to each other and we'd just be like cracking up. Like, right after the other rips each other, we just start cracking up. But it was like our little thing, you know what I'm saying? And we never did that in front of other people. In our friend group, if we were in our friend group, we'd start roasting each other. We'd start all roasting each other. But if we were like, let's say Typhy and I get two girls, the one chick for me and the other chick for him, and we go on a date, right? We go on a double date. We literally wouldn't roast each other because we didn't even have to communicate this shit to each other. We didn't even have to be like, yo, don't say that to me, don't talk to me like that, come on man, we're on a double date right now. We didn't even have to say that. It didn't even have to get that, because we already telepathically understood each other. Like, nah, that's not what we're gonna do. We're not gonna roast each other in front of our dates. Like, that was just like an understanding that we already had. This was like a thing that we had because we're boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have to tell each other like, oh, make sure you don't roast me in front of my date, or make sure we don't roast each other. Like, nah, we didn't even have to say that. It was an unspoken thing that was already there. You feel me? We were just cool. We just acted like boys. We just were like, yo, what's good? All right, let's go to this movie together, whatever. We didn't even have to speak to each other about that. If you got a man in your team, on your team, in your squad, in your friend group, and he starts roasting you when there's girls around you, that's not your guy. That's not your friend. Stay far away from this man. Stay far away from him. That's one of them demons, bro. That's one of them demons that will make sure that he is on top, even though he's not on top, because he feels insecure about himself. That's one of them guys that feels insecure about themselves, so they have to try to put you down to make the girls think that he's higher value than you. When the girls are gonna know who's the higher value person right off the bat, you don't even have to beat each other down to do that. The girls know who's higher value. Because I was in this situation also a few months ago when I was on set. And we were all having a conversation within each other. We were in a circle, guys and girls having a conversation about, like, you know, relationships and like all these different things, right? Different topics of 2023. And literally, this man starts to like throw little jabs at me, and I'm noticing, and I'm like, interesting. So now I know how my position on you should be. Now I know how to treat you, bruh. Now I know to stay away from you after this whole situation. Now I know you're a hater, bro. He was trying to like make himself seem higher than me. This man, just remember, this man was like 6'5" 6'4", 6'5". So he was a tall dude. You feel me? I'm like 6', 6'1", right? So this man is like 6'4", 6'5", and he is trying to put me down in front of these pretty girls, in front of these cute girls. He's trying to like throw little jabs. It's not like he's like, oh, this man is ugly. Like, nah, he's not saying shit like that. He's like throwing little jabs at me, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, huh. And we keep going throughout the conversation. And with every single thing that he says, the girls are like, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. But then with every single thing that I'm saying, the girls are agreeing with me. And I'm saying things that are not, I'm saying things that don't necessarily go with like what a lot of people like believe today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying things that I truly believe from the bottom of my heart. I'm just saying what I believe to be true. And all the girls in the situation end up siding with me. And you know, when girls feel more comfortable with you, they start inching closer to you physically, like they start getting closer to you, right? So all the girls were just like, oh my God, you're so funny, Yann, you're so, like, and they were just like agreeing with everything that I said, while they were not agreeing with that man. And you could see just the devastation on his face, and you could see the insecurities just like creeping from his little belly, coming to his throat to choke his ass. You could tell, bro. And you know what? Like, you never have, that's one of the things, you never have to show out in front of women. You never have to act extra. You never have to do anything. You never have to put somebody down. You never have to beat somebody up for women to notice that you're the man in the situation. They'll just know, because women are the smartest around. Women are the smartest on this planet. Energetically, that's why they're so emotional, because they can pick up emotional energy. They can pick up energy. They understand energy better than men. That's why women are all about horoscopes and shit like that, because they understand energy at a different level than we do. Because we're not so worried about energy all the time. We're just worried about the physical, like, oh, he trying to take this, oh, he trying to do this, oh, he trying to. That's how guys are. Girls are not like that. Girls are not naturally like that. So they are smarter energetically. So they pick up the energy that I'm putting down, and they end up siding with everything that I say. Even after this man tries to like throw jabs at me, it doesn't matter, bro. Whenever a dude tries to throw jabs at you in a situation, in a social situation, understand one thing. The women will understand who the man is as long as you hold frame. Don't ever get upset. Just remember that the situation happened and how the situation happened, and you'll be good. You won't have anything to worry about as long as you hold frame. Don't get upset and start calling him names. Don't get upset and don't get butthurt and try to leave, or don't try to do some weird shit. No, don't do no weird, weak ass shit like that. Just hold frame and remember what this nigga said. Remember what this guy said. Remember the situation. Remember everything that happened. That's all you gotta do. Just remember. Just remember that he's not your friend. And especially if it's somebody that's in your friend group, someone that's supposed to be your real friend, just remember that person is not your friend. Because 9 times out of 10, that person is the same person that's not going to be inviting you to parties, because he knows, oh, the girls like him. Girls always want to talk to him. Girls always act different when he pulls up. If you got friends that never invite you to parties or anything like that, they don't even make an effort to tell you there's a party, drop those people, bro. They are not your friends. Trust me, they are not your friends. Don't be cool with them. They're not cool with you. They're just around you for your energy. Like, a lot of times, especially when you're young, kids will use each other for their energy big time. As you get older too, people, of course, people will use you for your energy. But kids are some of the biggest energy wasters. They'll waste your energy. They'll act like they're your friend, but they're really not. So you gotta be careful with that shit. Be careful with that. Protect your energy, protect your sanity, protect your health. Mental health, yo, that's super important. Mental health can affect your physical health. So be careful with everything that you do. Protect yourself, bro. I will always be here to tell you, protect yourself. For real. All right, I just want to let you guys know about this situation because I know a lot of people go through this shit. Like, I know people go through this shit. Like, every time there's a weak-ass man in the group, he will always resort to doing something like this. He will always resort. No matter what he looks like, bro, he might be a 6'9", like, beast physically. But, bro, internally, this man is 2'1" with a pot belly. You feel me? Like, he's a gnome internally, bro. A real life freaking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs type dude. You feel me? Like, his outside don't match his inside. And that's one of the biggest things. You guys got to make sure your outside matches your inside, especially if you're a big person. You're a big man, you're a muscular man. Even if you're 5'2", build a frame on you. Build some muscle, dude. Like, yo, one of the biggest things, before I go, if you guys were younger and you ever watched Mulan, notice, I forget the guy's name, but he was that short dude. He was the super short one, but he was the most muscular one. He was short as hell, but he'd walk like this, right? Bro, he ended up getting one of the beautiful princesses. And that's one of the things that's not, like, false. There's a ton of dudes that aren't the best looking, but they're short. Well, they're not the best looking. They're short, but they've got muscle on them. They're strong. They can pick the girl up with one arm, even though they're like 5'1". But they got hella muscle on their body and they're like 150 pounds or something. You feel me? And they end up dating a girl that's like 5'5", beautiful. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, beautiful girl, like, and they end up getting her. That's very possible, bro. Like, your girl is supposed to be more beautiful than you. That's just how it is. Why do you think girls do their nails, their lashes, all that stuff? Your girl's supposed to be better looking than you. She's supposed to be prettier than you. You're not supposed to be the pretty one in the relationship. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be. So, like, you don't have to be like a supermodel to get a supermodel. Like, you don't have to be a supermodel to get a gorgeous girl. You don't. If you are a supermodel, it helps. Yeah, you can get more girls. You have more options. It's your, like, you got a higher advantage, but then you still have to be a good man. You still have to be strong, So just think about the things I said today, and that's the word for this video. Nice talking to you guys. Peace.